All right, go ahead and pause and read these two paragraphs here. It's going to tell you what you need to know coming into, what I'm going to actually do. So pause it and read it. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it means to be a solution to a system by, I'm giving you the answer here, and I'm showing you why it is the answer. So here's two equations. We usually, when you see them like in the book, it's all they're kind of stacked like that, but I spread them out here. I'm going to show you why this pair, okay, and I said pair on purpose, it's an ordered pair. This is x equals 1, y equals -2. You can think of it like an ordered pair, all right, is the solution. Well, it's because when you plug them in, it works in both. So, let's see, I'll go with whatever, blue. Okay, y is -2. And x is -1, excuse me, 1. So -3 times 1 is -3. I'll just leave that in there. Plus 1. So -2 equals -3 plus 1. That's true. And this isn't equals. This is horrible. That's true. It works. Okay. Remember what it means to work in an equation to be in a solution. It's got to work. It's got to be if one side actually has to actually be equal to the other side. So same thing here. X minus y. So that's 1. No, that ain't right. 1 minus -2 equals 3. Does that equal 3? Well, yeah, 3 equals 3. So if you plug the x and y combo into both equations, it actually makes a true equation in both instances. And what happened to this -2 over here? So it's supposed to still be -2. So -2 equals -2. Yeah, that's true. 3 equals 3. Yeah, that's true. So how do you solve by graphing? So this is silly what I just did. You won't really have to do anything like this. Well, it's not silly. But the point was I'm showing you what it means to be a solution. What you will have to do is find the solution. So I gave them to you. I figured out what they were beforehand. Here's how you figure out what they are on your own. Or at least this is the first of 3 methods we're going to learn. Solving by graphing. So, boom. So you take the 2 lines and you graph them. So we just tested over this. So hopefully this isn't some sort of shocking thing to see here. -3x plus 1 is the red one, and this other one is the green, okay? So notice, by the way, where they crisscross. What is on both the red and the green? What is on both the red and the green? Let me find something to highlight that with. Happy face. Boom. That's where they cross, right? What is that ordered pair? That ordered pair is, go with blue again, 1 -2. Okay? 1 -2. Wait a second. X equals 1, y equals -2. X equals 1, y equals -2. That is the solution. Oops. That is the solution. This point right there where the 2 lines cross tells us the solution. You graph the 2 lines. Whoa. Graph the 2 lines. They're going to cross unless they're parallel. So there you go. That's the answer. So you've graphed the 2 lines, figure out where they cross. That tells you the answer. That ordered pair, that x and y combo, tells you the answer. And then if you go back up here, remember, okay, it's the collection of numbers. So the x and y. There's one solution is the x and y. So the solution is 1 -2. X equals 1, y equals -2. Okay, so that's how you solve a system of equations by graphing. You graph them both, figure out where they crisscross, boom, that's the answer. So let's do one from scratch. Solve this system below by graphing. So here, y equals -2x plus 9. Well, that looks like I said, there's a reason why this is immediately after the previous chapter. This is exactly the thing we've been doing over and over again. Okay? 9, and then the slope is -2, so 9er. And then slope of -2. So this is where we'll be going. Oh, I screwed up. That's not 9. 4, 8, 10. Wait. Can I count? Apparently I can't count, which is bad for a math teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I went up one too many. I will fix that. Okay. Boom. This is ridiculous. Boom. Boom. Alright. I'll plot one more. And then I'll connect the dots with the straight line. So there is y equals negative 2x plus 9. I'm color coordinating this on purpose. Boom. Okay, that is this one. Okay, and then this guy. Well, this one, you could got two options. I will do it a way that maybe, I mean, this is how we did it at the beginning of chapter 3, but then maybe a lot of you got away from that a little bit. I will, let's see, what do I want to do here? Boom. Okay. So I'll plot what you do. This is standard form, which I didn't really talk about, but when you have it like this in standard form, it is, hold on, solid fill. Oh, that'll work. Blue is good. So you basically plot the intercepts and then connect the dots. So how do you find the intercepts? Well, to find the x-intercept, you block y. And then, oh, this couldn't be any easier. It's x equals 6. And so then you just plot that point. If I can find the marker. Okay, here we go. So x equals 6. So 3, 6. Okay? And we go 2y equals 6 is the other one. And so 2y equals 6, you would get y. Oh, hey, what happened? Y. Apparently, we're not going to do this anymore. Y. Y. Wow, hold on. Let me pause this. All right, I think it's working again, hopefully. So you get 2y equals 6, you get y. Excuse me, y. Equals 3. Y equals 3. 1, 2, 3. And you got that by dividing both sides by 2. Well, how stupid. Alright. Alright? So you block x and you get y equals 3. So then you connect the dots with a straight line. There you go. Where do they intersect? Let me find the little happy face. They appear to intersect at, boom, at 1, 2, 3, 4 for x, 1 for y. So x equals 4, y equals 1 is the answer, unless I screwed up graphing those things. Okay, so let me clone and put that over here by its, put the equation by its line. So assuming I didn't screw up, which I'm pretty sure I did not, we get 4, 1 as the solution. So I'm having a heck of a time writing, so I'm just going to type it in. X equals 4, and y equals 1. Goodness gracious. So there you go. X equals 4, y equals 1 is your solution. You can write it like this. You can literally just say x equals 4, y equals 1. Or you can write it like an ordered pair. That is also acceptable. And I mean, it's kind of shorter to write it like that. So you can write it 4, 4, comma 1. All right, and that works too. Okay, however you want to do it. Now, you should be taking your notes. What I will probably do is ask you to, tomorrow for the do now, I will ask you to actually check this answer. Okay, so I want you to know how to check this answer, and it's the exact same thing we just did. If you go back, it's the exact this right here. So I'll just ask you to plug 4 in for x in both equations, plug 1 in for y in both equations, and see that you get 2 totally valid equations. Okay, so there you go. That hopefully should help you with starting off chapter 4.